Hello, as you know, my name is Kainton the Genius, and today I'm going to explain to you how to build a machine learning model in Visual Studio using ML.NET and C#. I'm a bit tired right now, but I'm really excited because Microsoft have provided this package ML.NET. So if you're a developer, you can actually have a good head start in machine learning without being an expert in machine learning. So that is one thing that is very good, because today many people spend time learning Python, actually TensorFlow exactly, and Keras. These are frameworks and tools used to build machine learning models for many researchers and other people out there, including me. I actually use Python and TensorFlow in Jupyter Notebook. But if you're a developer, you actually don't need to learn all this. You can use ML.NET to build machine learning models, and that is what I'm going to teach you today. If this makes sense to you, click and subscribe. Down below there, click and subscribe to my channel, so that at least you encourage me to make more videos. So I'm going to put away this presentation, or maybe I can just display the content as we move along. So if you have Visual Studio installed, let's get started. So just go ahead to open Visual Studio. I'm using Visual Studio 2017. If you have 2017, that's fine. If you don't, you can download it. The community edition is free. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a project. I believe that by now you should understand the concept of machine learning. So let's create a console application. Let's call it machine learning. So this model we are going to build is a model that handles a classification problem. So we have a set of data having features or feature sets, and also a class. So classes are derived from the class it belongs, are derived from the feature. Think of it as you have some objects. That object have certain features. Based on these features, you classify it as something in a particular class. Let's say breed of dogs and things like that. So in this case, we have a set of data, iris data. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be a plant. So we want to look at features and then classify it into three different categories. After training, we'll use this model to now make classification and see how it works by passing in new set of features and then allow it to predict. Alright, I already have downloaded a dataset. If you don't know where to get this dataset, look in the description box. You'll see tutorial 1, 2, 3, some other tutorials in machine learning, and then you can get the dataset, or you can just click on the link in the description box. I think that takes you to the dataset. So I have this dataset called iris dataset. I'm going to add it into my project, so I can just drag and drop it right there and it adds. So after dropping it there, I go to the file and then go to properties and then go to copy always. Maybe I would like you to peep into this data set. Let's see, so that you actually know what is inside. So this is what is inside. We have features 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 features and 1 class. Okay, so we are going to use these features to now determine what the class is. For most of the part, I'm going to explain the program as I paste them. So the first thing we are going to do is to add the machine learning package ML.NET to our project. To do that, just right click and go to manage NuGet packages. That takes you to the manage NuGet packages wizard or window, and just say ML.NET or Microsoft.ml and just go to browse, and it shows up Microsoft.ml, and then choose 0.4.0. that is what I use for this tutorial, and then click on install. Click on OK to accept all this, and then click on accept when it displays the license agreement, so that it will install. So let's see, it displays the license agreement and we accept it. I accept. and then hopefully it's going to install, and now it changes to uninstall. So we've added ml.net to our solution. So the next thing we are going to do is to create two classes. One of the classes is to hold the features, and the second class is to hold the class or the label. I've actually written these two classes here, so I'm going to just copy them. The first class is called iris data, and the second class is iris prediction. So I'm going to paste it. I actually can create this class in a different file, but I'm going to create it inside this same file. So here I just correct it by importing using microsoft.ml.runtime.api. So inside the main program, we are going to create a pipeline, use the pipeline to load this data, and then transform the data, because you need to transform this test data to a data that can be used for learning for the model, and then we can now learn. So I'm going to paste the code that imports this data, creates the pipeline called pipeline, and then the next thing we are going to import the data. If I'm too fast, maybe you just pause the video and take some time to understand what is happening now there. So this using Microsoft.ml. So this is creating a new pipeline and then loading the data using text loader object. So using Microsoft.ml.data. So these are objects in ML.net. Alright, so we've loaded our data, and the next thing we are going to do is to transform the data. So these are steps I specified in the PowerPoint presentation, and also is in the description box. So to transform the data, I'm going to use these two lines using a dictionarizer and a column concatenator. So I'm going to paste the two codes, the two lines of code. Alright, the next step is to now train our model. So that is going to happen. Okay, no, we need to add a learning algorithm. Yeah, and anytime you are creating a machine learning model, you must always add a learning algorithm, because there is always some learning algorithm, maybe gradient descent. In case you've done some neural network stuff, you know about gradient descent, you know about backpropagation and a few other ones. So what is happening here? So I'm going to fix. So we have trainers, that's fine. So this is a stochastic dual coordinate ascent classifier, because this is a classification problem. So the next thing I'm going to do is to call pipeline.train. So I want you to take your time to follow this. I explain it clearly in my blog. If you look in the description, you see a link to my blog where I made a clear explanation of step by step of all of this. So this is train, pipeline.train. Now after training, actually the machine learning model is ready. I can run it and it builds up itself. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to use it to make predictions. So I'm going to pass in some values and allow it to make predictions. So what I'm doing now is to pass in some values, like new set of data it has not seen before, and it's going to classify it into one of the three classes in the data set. So I've passed in new values, and I'm going to display the output. So what's happening here? Alright, so let's see. Good. So I'm going to write out the output to the console so that we'll see it. Alright, so console.write line predict that flower class is blah blah blah. Okay, so console.read helps us to pause the screen so that the console screen will remain open. So I'm going to run this, and let's see what prediction it will give us based on these features we've passed in. Alright, so now predict that flower class is iris versicolor. Right, so it made a prediction. So what I'm going to do now is to change these values and see what prediction it will make. I'm going to change this to 4 to 5. I'm going to change the nice one to 6. I'm going to leave the other two the way they are. So let's run again and see what prediction is going to make. I think it will be Setosa. Iris Setosa maybe. So you see the model is working fine. So this is like the basics of ML.NET. I want to just explain to you that you can use ML.NET to build machine learning model instead of having to spend time learning TensorFlow. So I'm going to stop here for now. We are going to get into something a bit more interesting, the sentiment analysis, in my next tutorial. I would like to thank you for viewing. Remember to subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends, leave some constructive and encouraging comments below for me, so that at least I can continue to make these lessons for you. I'd like to thank you for viewing.